8, and this is our project management plan. The idea was to build an aged care facility with 4 houses in Wagga Wagga named Pinnacle Lifestyle. The concept is based on the Desert Rose house, which was driven by the Solar Decathlon.
Project risk management is the process of identifying, analyzing, and responding to the uncertainties in a project. Risk management should be an integral part of the project management and should be carried out throughout the life cycle of the project. This is to ensure that the project objectives and the goals are met as planned. The following figure shows the risk management process which is used in our project. The first step is to establish the risk management context. This will involve the establishment of the risk criteria and the structure for the risk analysis. Once this is done, it is necessary to identify the risk. In our project, the risks have been categorized into 3 main categories depending on the project stages. These are the design risk, delivery risk, and the handover risk. Once it is done, it is necessary to analyze and evaluate the risk. This will involve the determination of the likelihood and consequence of the risk and estimation of the level of the risk. And then this is compared with the previously established risk criteria. Once the risk assessment process is over, it is necessary to treat the risk. This will involve processes to identify options for treating the risk or controlling the risk. The monitoring and review stages as well as the communication and consultation will be carried out throughout the risk management process. This slide shows the risk assessment matrix that is used in our project, as well as the likelihood table and the consequence table. A risk register summarizes the outcomes of the risk management process. Shown in this slide is the risk register for the design phase of our project.
So, project scheduling is the main process of identifying all necessary tasks that need to be carried out in the project in order to make it a success. The scheduling helps us to understand the sequence, the cost, the critical path, the task with slacks, etc. So these are the assumptions we made when scheduling our project. In next, on the work breakdown structure. The work breakdown structure, or the WBS, helps to identify key tasks to include in the project schedule and also the order of the tasks. So I have divided the project into 5 stages in the WBS: pre-construction, planning and development, procurement, construction phase, and preparation for handover and closure. The schedule summary. In that, I have shown the estimated time to complete each stage, and the total project time would be around 197 days, excluding all the defects and liability period. And also, I have given the in detail project schedule in the report. The project costing. The costing of the project include the cost from the pre-construction phase until the post-construction phase. The cost estimations were made based on the resources such as labor, materials, and plant allocated to each task, and even including the contingency cost. As you can see, the cost breakdown of the total cost, it would be around more than 1 million, nearly 2 million. And the contingency, we have added 10% of the total cost, and the site preliminary construction labor cost, post-construction cost will be as table.
Work health and safety issues occur on almost every construction site, and employers are well informed in these issues as they are required to complete a white card course which covers how to deal with these practices. Every job site is different, which then also means every site has different hazards, which employers may not be aware of. Employers must be made aware of what the team expects regarding safe work practices, and it is important for the work carried out to its highest degree of quality to ensure the client's needs are met. The team identified 6 possible hazards that may occur throughout the construction of this project. They include confined space, noise, dust, equipment, manual labour, and the delivery of materials. These can all be seen in the table. Each hazard has been identified, listed who is responsible, the risk that it poses, how the hazard is caused, and lastly how the team can control and mitigate it. The site manager is responsible for all the potential hazards that are posed on the site, as they are the ones who are in control of everything. There are many environmental factors that need to be considered in our design for the houses the team plans on constructing. Firstly, the flora and fauna in the surrounding areas need to be protected, monitoring local vegetation and ensuring sediment runoff is maintained within the site. Pollution will also be created through construction, including both noise and air pollution. These both will be mitigated by ensuring machinery is not running when it isn't required and working during suitable hours of the day. Lastly, dust will be created on site and monitoring this is the team's goal, ensuring large dust clouds are not created which has the potential to affect ecosystems or neighbourhoods, which will be mitigated by wetting.
Site management plan is a crucial aspect of site planning and establishment, which should not only consider the unique characteristics of the construction site, but also how they change as construction progresses. Initially, site-specific constraints were identified, and these relate to plant and equipment movement and location, workforce building and facilities, material and equipment storage, and site services. Based on these, four main site management plans will be developed by the principal contractor. These include a site-specific workplace health and safety plan, a construction environmental management plan, a stakeholder management plan, and a workplace relations management plan. The site-specific workplace health and safety management plan will identify specific risks and control measures. The construction environmental management plan will highlight approaches taken by the project to comply with environmental legislation and specific conditions. The stakeholder management plan will identify stakeholders, propose methods of communication, and determine the project response procedure to accommodate any changes required by the stakeholders. Finally, the workplace relations management plan will outline the method in which the principal contractor plans to manage workplace relations within the construction site.
As construction projects operate in a highly dynamic environment, it is important to monitor and control projects in order to keep the project on track. Therefore, key performance indicators plays a vital role in identifying the parameters that requires monitoring to detect deviations and take necessary actions. In our project, we have identified KPIs in the areas of scope, resources, procurement, quality, time, communication, and cost. This table provides a summary of KPIs with frequency of assessment. In this project, quality control and monitoring are taken place during construction phase of the project, where quality control involves monitoring specific results of the project and whether they adhere to specific standards. This table provides a brief summary of quality control and monitoring in the areas of material, methods, environmental, and safety, and it also includes methods of monitoring. When it comes to project handover, the administrative closure of the project follows activities such as identification of lessons learned, documentation and project review, archiving of records, recognition of outstanding achievement, and disbursal of resources. Finally, after commissioning team confirms about the work done is capable of achieving the requirements of the owner, project handover is taken place.